And now I am so proud to introduce my mother, Dr. Jill Biden.
It's great to be here in Reading, which is the home of my Chief of Staff, Kathy Russell. And Kathy, where are you? You're somewhere back there. But and also I grew up not far from here in Willow Grove, Pennsylvania. So Pennsylvania feels really familiar. We just came from Bethlehem, which is about an hour away, and you know, I just had forgotten. I haven't been in Pennsylvania for so long. I had forgotten about how beautiful this state is. You know, I went running along the Lehigh River, and just to see the fieldstone buildings, and it's just, you know, it's a beautiful state. So you should be really proud of it. I know as a Pennsylvanian, I'm really proud of it as well. And one of the reasons that I wanted to come here today is to thank all of you for what you are doing for this campaign and for this election. We simply could not do this without you. You know, I've been campaigning these last few weeks, and I've seen such energy and enthusiasm everywhere I go, just like it's here today. You know, you're all fired up and ready to go. And I know that this election is really connecting with people in a very real way, you know, because it's about people's lives. That's why we're here, you know, and it's no different for me. Even if Joe's name weren't on the ballot, I would still be here working for this election. And as Ashley said and Elijah referred to, you know, I'm a teacher. I work full-time. And for those of you who know a teacher, or if you are a teacher or have been a teacher, you know that teaching isn't what I do, it's who I am. My role as second lady, I knew that no matter what, I would find a way to teach. Because for those of you who are teachers, you know teaching is your passion, is my passion. So I teach English full-time at Northern Virginia Community College, which is about, you know, like 20 minutes from the White House. And actually, I will be there on Thursday giving midterm exams. And I do this because of my students, because they're the ones who inspire me every single day. So as a teacher, I want to make sure that we continue to invest in quality education. And that's why I'm so grateful that Barack and Joe are moving us forward on the issue of education. Right. Made so much progress. We've doubled the funding for Pell Grants for any of you moms or dads whose kids have had, you know, Pell Grants. We've reformed the student loan process to make it easier for students and their parents to fill out the applications. And we've made smart investments in raising standards in the public schools. And of course, we've made community college a cornerstone of our education policy. And I was just back here in April at RAC, at the community college there. So you all know what I'm talking about, how important community colleges are. And as Ashley said, and Elijah, thank you for your service to our country. Thank you. I'm also a military mom. The Bidens are a military family. As Ashley said, our son Bo is Delaware Army National Guard. He served a year in Iraq. And it was a tough year for our family. It's a tough year for all those families who have loved ones who are deployed. So for all you veterans here, thank you for all that you do for this country. And when Joe and Barack were elected, one of my greatest hopes was that we would get out of that war in Iraq, and Barack kept me out of it. And the president also brought Osama bin Laden to justice, and now we're going to be responsible to end that war in Afghanistan as well. I how much military families love our country and how much they sacrifice to protect it. So I want to make sure that all of our veterans and their families get the benefits they've earned and the respect that they've deserved, just like Ashley said a couple minutes ago. And so in this effort, I see once again how Barack and Joe are moving this country forward. They've expanded the education GI Bill benefits for those of you who are military or your family can take advantage of it. They've given tax credits to businesses who hire veterans. And they've supported military families and their caregivers in really important ways. And finally, I'm in this election as a woman, and a woman who really cares about the direction of this country. And I see how Barack and Joe stand up for our rights every single day. And the very first bill that the president signed, as many of you know, was the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act, so that women fought so hard for health care reform because it means that insurance companies will no longer be able to charge women more than they've charged men. And they can't charge a copay for basic preventative care like mammograms, contraception, prenatal screening. And children can stay on their parents' insurance policies until 26 years old. Wow. That's a big deal. Your insurance company will no longer be able to discriminate against you because of pre-existing conditions. The President and the Vice President know how important it is for women to be able to make our own decisions about our own health care. So for the women of my generation, and I see just one or two of you out there, we know that we can't go back and fight those fights from decades ago. We have come so far, and we have to keep moving forward, not just on women's issues, on all issues for all American families. Because over the last 4 years, we've really seen what moving forward really means. Forward means that since the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression, we've seen 31 straight months of private sector job growth, which translate into 5.2 million new private sector jobs. Forward means that an auto industry that was on the verge of collapse is now back on its feet again. And that don't ask, don't tell is history. No matter what, we will keep working so that everyone can have a better life for themselves, no matter where you come from, what you look like, or who you love. But it's going to take all of us. All of us, and that's why I'm here, and I know that's why you're here, because the voter registration deadline is only hours away. So we need all of you today to work as hard as you can to get people to register to vote so that we can move this country forward on Election Day. And the news is that we have to get it out to people that they do not need that photo ID to go out and vote. Go out today, tomorrow, next week. We have what, 29 days left? 28. That's even better. So we need you to knock on doors and canvass and call people and get people registered to vote. Because the way we're going to move forward is not with just Joe and Barack. We need all of you to move us forward, to let us win on November 6th. So thank you, everyone.